What do I eat? What I eat is meats, eggs, fish, and seafood, and non-starchy vegetables, and fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi. I don't eat any nuts or very, very sparingly. No carbohydrates, no starches, and no sugars whatsoever. I've been eating some fruits for the past 2 or 3 months at a rate of like once a week. And on the days when I do eat fruit, I make sure that I do some ozone or some hydrogen peroxides just to make sure that it counteracts any possible side effects that the fruit could have. As far as dairy is concerned, I have not been eating any dairy for the past 3 years, except the last week where I discovered this really, really delicious Greek yogurt at a local store. And I've been eating this nearly on a daily basis for the past week or so. And yeah, but I think it's just a phase that's gonna end very soon. People also ask what oils I use. When I cook, I prefer to cook with either lard or duck fat, so basically animal fats. Or what I do when I, for example, roast a chicken, there's a lot of excess oil that gets trapped in the dish. So I pour that excess oil in a separate dish and then use it later on for cooking other things. For salads, I use extra virgin cold pressed olive oil. So my dressings are very, very simple. It's basically only lemon juice, olive oil, and salt and garlic. And do I eat organic produce? Yes. I would say the majority of the things that I eat are organic. The meats and the fish that I buy them at Whole Foods Market, and Whole Foods Market claims that they don't use any antibiotics or any growth hormones in the feed of the meat of the animals, and also no GMOs. Now, as far as the no GMO claim is concerned, I really don't know how reliable that information is from Whole Foods Market. I do think there's some shadiness going on there. Um, but I live in the city, and so far that's the best that I can do. If I can buy meat at a farmer's market or directly from a farmer, I definitely go for that. Um, okay, when I say non-starchy vegetables, what vegetables do I talk about? So most of the vegetables are leafy and green, so it can be stuff like chard, spinach, cucumbers, fennel bulbs, sorrel, dandelion, radicchio, broccoli, cauliflower. I love cabbage, or it can be summer squash, zucchini. It can be any type of onions, or although I prefer red onions. I love leeks. Also, any type of lettuce is good. I really love the freshness of salads. I love tomatoes, peppers. I love Brussels sprouts and mushrooms of all sorts and shapes. Carrots I use very, very, very sparingly. Um, yeah, and I use garlic. I love cooking with herbs like parsley, dill, basil, thyme, rosemary, or marjoram. The eggs that I get are free range organic eggs that I get at a local CSA. The salt that I use is pink Himalayan salt, mainly because I like to keep it pink, but also from what I understand, as far as the salts are concerned, you want to use a salt that still has a natural color. So basically, the color of the salt indicates that it still has the naturally occurring minerals in it. So that's what you want to go for. The water that I use is either reverse osmosis filtered water that I buy at a local water store, or I distill Los Angeles tap water and then add minerals back into it. Okay, so some examples of what I eat. So, breakfast. Breakfast can be any combination of meats, eggs, and vegetables. So, it can be, for example, a spinach omelette and a sliced avocado and a sliced tomato, or it can be an omelette stuffed with chicken leftovers from the day before and some sauteed greens like sauteed broccoli, for example. Or it can be 2 fried eggs and a piece of salmon and some tomatoes, or or it can be, yeah, I think those are. Or what I also love is, for example, to take 2 or 3 stripes of pork belly and fry it in a pan. So it's basically like a bacon substitute. For lunch or dinner, again, we're talking about any combination of meat and vegetables. So it can be a steak, let's say sauteed asparagus, or steak and sauteed green beans, or it can be burger, just a beef burger patties and a salad. That's a combination that never disappoints. Or it can be something more elaborate, like, for example, a slice of roast, or it can be several slices of stuffed pork tenderloin, or stuffed lamb shoulder, which sounds more complicated than it really is. It's really very, very easy and but super delicious. And yeah, and the sides, the vegetable side can be, again, it can be a piece of, a serving of sauerkraut, a serving of kimchi, or it can be always a salad, and there's like tons of different salad combinations that one can make, or yeah, any sautéed vegetable. So yeah, I usually am fine with eating just twice a day, unless I end up riding my bike a lot that day. Then I usually end up being more hungry, and then I might eat 3 times a day. Or also, if I cook for someone, then I end up tasting it, and then I end up eating really more than I need. Um, but usually eating twice a day is all that I need. And then what I also would like to address is some people come to me and they say, but doesn't mean eating paleo doesn't mean eating just raw meat, it doesn't mean eating just raw vegetables and such. And so what I say to this is the reason why I eat paleo is not because I read a book or because I follow a certain ideology, but because I arrived at the diet through trial and error. So I went through a long phase of experimentation, and so the reason that I eat things that I eat is because I found out on myself that they're safe for me and that they don't trigger any symptoms in me. So so I've been eating paleo now for like 3 years, and for the entire first year on that diet, I thought I was the only crazy person eating just meat and vegetables. So for the first year, I had no idea that it had a name, that there were symposiums taking place about paleo diet, that there were books written about it, that there were doctors and nutritionists curing incurable diseases with it. I had no idea about that, So just after a year, I found out about all the science that is behind that. So if people now come to me and say, but this brilliant professor conducted this study recently and he came to the conclusion that eggs are a deadly poison and they're going to kill you within 20 years or something, all I can say is that when I eat an egg, it does not trigger any Lyme symptoms in me, and I feel good. So I know that eggs are safe for me. Okay, and I cannot say what will happen in 2 weeks, 2 months, or 20 years, but what I do now is what it does for me at this moment. So yeah, so I think that's also maybe an interesting point to know. Let's see, I took some notes here. What else do I want to talk about? Yeah. Oh, so what I also came across is a ketogenic diet, which stresses the animal fat intake. It says animals should be the main part of the diet, and just only some proteins and some vegetables. So this is the direction that I would want to go towards in the future even more. And yeah, other than that, I'm still in Southern California, in Los Angeles, Glendale area to be precise. So anyone who wants to get in contact with him personally, just send me a message, and yeah, and we can meet up possibly. So yeah, I hope you guys got some good information from this video, and yeah, keep up the good work. You can get free of Lyme symptoms. I'm the best example, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.